we got to talk about the Newcastle Liverpool situation. And unfortunately, I couldn't get any Newcastle fan on, but I'll tell you this: they got what they wanted. They don't want Isak to leave, and Liverpool, they got what they wanted. They wanted a striker in this window. Both teams got what they wanted. It's just Liverpool. Liverpool slightly have to pay a little bit more now for Hugo Ekitike.
What, a little bit more than what?
And Newcastle.
One minute. A little bit more than what?
The 75 million that Newcastle bid.
So we have to pay. Okay, but there's no guarantee that even if we'd bid the 75 million, we're going to get him, right?
No, there isn't. But one thing there is that you're gonna that the price was originally 70. The price was originally 70 mil. They bid 75, and now you're gonna have to pay more than that.
The price was originally 70 mil, and they bid 75. That makes no sense.
The original price that was being reported for Hugo Ekitike earlier in the window was around 70 million.
The original price that was being reported was 90 to 100 million euros.
100. That's what I heard too. 100.
It all depends who you believe, right? It all depends which article you read on what day and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we will probably pay more than what Newcastle bid, but Newcastle's bid was also rejected. So,
all right. So what are you saying though? Are you saying, because I'm seeing people saying this is a Liverpool masterclass because they tried to bully Newcastle into selling Isak.
Depends on your perspective, right? But Newcastle, you're right. Newcastle get to keep Isak. That must have been their number one priority. But I assume that they wanted to buy Ekitike to future-proof themselves to some degree, because there's no guarantee how long Isak is going to be there. Maybe next season they have to sell. If you've got a replacement already in house, that makes things a little bit easier. So
I know, but the number one thing
for them was Isak for sure. I think we tried to get Isak. When that wasn't going to happen, then we move on. That's what Liverpool always done.
Yeah, wait, Rex, isn't Isak linked to Saudi now? Well, I don't know.
No, that's not going to happen.
I don't know.
I saw something.
Is that about he's given a green light to talk to Saudi or some shit? Is that true or not? I don't know.
I doubt that. The whole reason why
they could do the most nastiest thing. PIF just buy Isak for
and loan him back. Loan him back,
bro.
It can't happen. It can't. If they tried that,
what do you mean it can't happen? Of course it can happen.
It can't happen. You think that's not a related party transaction?
No.
As long as it's not within the same league, it doesn't matter.
Advocating for dodgy dealing.
I love the dodgy deal.
You proper one gives life, bro.
Don't think I've forgotten about how you tried to sell your third choice goalkeeper for £25 million. You dodgy guys. Don't think I forgot about that.
Jay,
all right, guys. The report is from Demasio.
I know it's never gonna happen. I'm just saying it
that guy. You might as well take a dart and throw it.
Yeah,
take a dart.
You say that, but Fabrizio Romano used to work for Demasio, right? Demasio is a well-respected Italian journalist.
Yeah,
say what you want, but he's gotten more wrong than right.
No, he's not saying right, but that's
lost a little bit of his
boys, can I just ask, in terms of this negotiation, and I'll ask Wolfie too, because he knows about some sly deals here. Like, are we saying that the Newcastle pump faked Liverpool? Are we saying Newcastle didn't pump fake? Like, what are people thinking about?
This is what happened, Jay. They went up to somebody, they said, give us this or give us that. And they're like, okay, we don't care. We'll keep this and get another one.
Well, obviously, Newcastle, like, you keep Isak, like, as in, keeping Isak is obviously the much better deal.
Yeah, but Liverpool, the way it was being interpreted to me, as somebody just looking online, was, oh my God, Liverpool made the biggest power play. They told Newcastle, take 120 or we're taking your signing. And to me, I'm looking at it as, if they were to have gotten Isak, then yes, the power play would have worked and it would have been an amazing move from them.
Yeah, I say Liverpool got slapped.
The fact that Newcastle ended up keeping Isak and they've now shifted gears to Wesa, Newcastle come out the winners. Even though that's the
problem. Ultimately, with any transfer, we're only going to know if this has worked for any of these parties is 6 months down the line, 12 months down, whatever the case may be. Right now, okay, you can say, oh, it's brilliant. They've shifted to Wissa. But Wissa, Brentford are going to sell Wissa and Mbeumo? Probably not.
Probably.
Right? Especially after.
They
Probably they're getting relegated anyway.
They already got rid of their manager and their
Okay,
captain.
okay, sure. But do you think they can just carry on selling players? So carry on
No,
selling
Rex, that's
players.
got nothing
And
to
if
do with
guys-
this. This
Right.
you saying
No,
6
but-
months down the line is
no.
copium, bro.
No,
That's what it
but
is.
why, but it's not copium, because what I'm saying is, the question is, will Brentford
I
sell
promise to get
sell
to Chelsea.
Wissa?
Don't worry.
If they do sell Wissa, fine. But even then, at least that would be Newcastle's third choice striker, right? Because who would they went for someone before? They went for what's his name? Who went to Chelsea? They went to Chelsea.
Oh, Pedro.
Oh, Pedro.
Pedro, yeah. Then now they've gone for Ekitike,
No, but
obviously they were willing to spend less on things, on more on Ekitike than they were on Pedro. So I presume they think he's maybe a better player, but not as good value as Pedro. Now they're onto their third choice. If they don't get their third choice, then they're onto their fourth choice.
let me stop you right there. We got almost 600 people and we only have 100 likes.
Also not a win.
Yeah, run it up,
Okay,
people.
we're gonna get to that, Rock. I'm speaking more about the interpretation
deal.
of how it was being interpreted. But
I mean-
when it comes to we got almost 600 people in the building and we don't even have 100 likes. What is going on?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Get us at least 250 likes right now.
You-
This is
Even
ridiculous.
Are you saying the panelists have to do the likes? That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
just a
Come
mad
on.
thing. And shout out.
I'm gonna have to like this now.
Yeah, shout out to all. I hope all the top people in the Fan XP have been hitting the like button, because I see you guys. I see Arsenal Muse. I see Liver Wrestler. I see Abdurrahman in the building. I see you, Pop. I see you, Mustafa, and I see you. I see all you guys. You're doing great things, guys, in the chat. Keep engaged, but please do me a favor. Let me know what you guys think by hitting the like button and supporting the channel. It makes a massive difference. As for everybody in the chat, I really do appreciate all the love and support. We got to continue on this topic for a second, hear what everyone has to say. But I do think what do you guys think about Ekitike, though? Forget about the fact that Newcastle and Liverpool made a move for Newcastle's top man. They didn't get him. The way it was interpreted to me initially was, Rack, that it was a masterclass from Liverpool. Either they get one of the players that they want, or they get the player that they really want.
You know, I don't care about these narratives, man, because ultimately we'll find out when football starts. Like it would be ridiculous for me to claim this as a win and then Ekitike turns out to be shit, right? That would be utterly ridiculous. So ultimately, it depends what's happening. People can claim this as a victory.
I think Ekitike is a good player.
I think
know.
the narrative being spun by Liverpool is embarrassing.
My
I'd
question
rather
is,
talk
if
about the
you,
player than the narrative, personally.
All right.
yeah, my question is, if you get Ekitike, does that close the chapter for Isak to Liverpool entirely? Because you're
Yeah.
not going to go out here and get Isak next year. You already have
I-
Ekitike as a striker.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we went for Isak in a year's time if we get Ekitike.
That's why I'm just kind of like.
I mean,
I got something for you guys. Isak to Real Madrid in a year's time.
I think
Barca.
Barcelona.
Barcelona,
You're gonna
yeah.
get-
Or
yeah,
Barcelona,
This is going to be Lewandowski's last year.
Look, I think Newcastle are being discredited here, because all these Liverpool lot are spinning it around like, oh, look at our masterclass and what happened. When if you think about the reality, what's happened is Liverpool approached Newcastle and said, we want Isak, and they told him to fuck off. That's what's happened. Let's be real here, right? Liverpool did not put enough money up or talk about enough money with Newcastle. They got told to do one. So why are all the Liverpool fans spinning this as if they've threatened Newcastle to get Ekitike? For me,
Once
if
again,
Newcastle
I would rather not talk about a narrative. Like to be honest, like I get it. Like Liverpool got in under their Liverpool got in the supercar and ran it into a wall and within 3 seconds. Like I get it, bro. Like they thought they were getting something in 48 hours, it was gone. Okay? That's fine. There's
No
still
surprise.
a striker that they need, though. And to me, like disrespecting what Hugo Ekitike is capable of and the style of striker and what that's more upsetting to me with the way that Liverpool fans are acting. Like that they're acting like, oh, we didn't get Isak. Oh, it's Hugo. No, this kid's freaking good, bro.
I think actually Liverpool fan base.
I watched
Yeah.
a lot of them this year.
One sec, because I just
I
want
watched a lot of them this year, bro. And like I watched a lot of Bundesliga. That's my second league. Like, I watch Bundesliga more than any other league.
I haven't seen a single Liverpool fan say that they're disappointed with Ekitike. You know, if we're not going to get Isak, I think it seems like we're all pretty happy with.
But no one's saying that you're saying that. What I'm saying is that Newcastle told you he's not.
That's what he said.
Now listen,
Yeah.
Wolfie, you're a grown man. Why do you care about all these weird narratives? Like, who cares about all this stuff, man?
Because that's how it's being presented on every kind of show I've been on this topic. It's like have Liverpool played the
But you have to
Masters?
understand, he's been on multiple shows with different Liverpool fans.
You're here to set the story straight, are you? Like,
I'm not saying the story straight, and I ain't even saying this is the story. What I'm saying is no one's sticking up for Newcastle in this. We've clearly told you you're not having him.
It doesn't really matter.
To be fair to Wolfie, that was the discussion a couple of days ago.
This is like a secondary situation that people get some weird entertainment or
You want
fetish out
another
of it.
team that won? Frankfurt won because they got the number they wanted. That's the team that won in this negotiation. Frankfurt, because they got the number they wanted.
Okay, let me finally ask the Ekitike question.
Okay, can I
Is he going to be a good signing for Liverpool? What do you guys think?
Let me just make a quick point on the Isak. Like the thing with Isak, when you look at it, like obviously, like Liverpool's window for Isak, it kind of closes with them signing Ekitike. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So to me, it's
we don't.
like to me, I see Liverpool kind of not exactly how Wolfie said it, but they want Isak, but they would be willing to take Ekitike. They didn't. It wasn't as sophisticated and as a power play as they said, because if it was, they'd go 130, 140. The player potentially doesn't want to force it, and that always makes it more difficult. You know, to a hint like Gibbs White, you know, like when the player's being amicable about potentially wanting to leave, it does limit the bargaining position of the other team. Now, Isak Ekitike, there is a big difference in terms of quality at this point, in terms of decisiveness of action, in terms of how the players.
There's also a 5-year gap, though, Jay. You know,
but that's the point. As in, like Isak is that guy. He is the guy. Like he's the and another 20-goal season because he's got 2 in a row now. You know, you might start seeing Barca.
Yeah, but Jay, here's the thing, right?
Like,
what does it do for Liverpool, right? The one thing what does it really do for Liverpool, right? Like, as much as we think Liverpool wipes the floor with the entire league with Isak, they were the
pressure.
But that's irrelevant because they just got words and they're the title winners. They're still the favorites. Like
I hear what Joey's saying. Yeah.
You know
but they also
let's say they go get Ekitike. Let's say
Darwin Núñez is leaving on the unfortunate situation with Diego Jota. That's absolutely made their whole club like galvanize them and everything. They need to focus on trying to find other ways to get their attack going now.
Hold on. Is Ekitike better than Núñez?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I don't know.
Ekitike is much better than Núñez.
Don't know.
Bro, but let me finish this. With Liverpool's situation this window.
Bro, I'm sorry. You have conversations about Bruno being better than almost every player in the league. So I'm not going to have a conversation about better than this and better than that with you, bro. Like, you rate players differently than everybody else. So I'm not going to.
One second.
I think Ekitike and Núñez are a similar level of player.
Ekitike has not yet gotten to the level where you can say he's a clinical finisher, but he's already a better build-up player, and he's already better technically than Darwin Núñez.
Hey, listen, like Núñez, chaos ball. Let's not pretend like Núñez doesn't create a lot of his style of play as well.
Hey, all I've got to say is, I think it's a good signing for Liverpool.
What we have with Ekitike is he's good at making runs into the box with the ball. His link-up play in the box, like he's got the most number of touches in the penalty box for any player in the Bundesliga. So he's a decent connector. He's good at running with the ball. When you've got Wirtz around him, when you've got Salah who's going to be on the end and can create, depending on what happens with Luis Diaz, if he goes or whether he stays, we should be getting in someone of a comparable level to him if he does go. Like, we look decent in attack. I think we're good, and I think he may not come in and score Mohamed Salah numbers, but we don't need to because we got Mohamed Salah.
You know what? That's 100%. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below what you thought of that video you just watched.